Hey everyone, welcome, I'm MisterBo, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Exotic Submachine Gun in Destiny 2 Warmind, the Huckleberry. And this weapon can drop from random engrams, and I got it this week from the engram that Xur sells that gives you an exotic that you haven't got yet, and this thing is actually really good. So let's take a look at it. Firstly, the description reads, "Nothing in the world that 30 rounds can't solve." The exotic perk is Ride the Bull, increased rate of fire and recoil while you're holding down the trigger. Kills with this weapon reload a portion of the magazine. We then have a fluted barrel, which has greatly increased handling speed and slightly increases the stability. You then have ricochet rounds, increases the stability and slightly increases the range. You then have rampage, kills with this weapon temporarily grant increased damage, stacks 3 times. And then finally you have short action stock, which greatly increases the handling speed. Then this weapon does have a masterworks. It has the Huckleberry catalyst, which can be found through heroism in the most challenging adventures. So obviously completing adventures will somehow drop you the masterworks for this exotic. So let's take a look at this thing in action, because when you're up against smaller enemies like Thrall, like I am at the moment, this thing wrecks and you can pretty much fire forever. Because it's got the exotic perk of a portion of the magazine is reloaded into the weapon, you can get kills against smaller enemies quite quickly, plus that rampage which is stacked up to 3, this thing is an unstoppable machine against smaller ad type enemies. However, when it comes up to something like a boss, it's not going to be your weapon of choice probably. This weapon is for the smaller engagements where you've got maybe a load of things on you at once, you can just tear through them. This weapon is also probably a pretty good choice in PvP as well. If you can get a kill with this, you get the rampage and then you get a portion of the ammo back, and if you can keep maybe getting kills with this, you can keep that rampage up and keep getting ammo, never having to reload in a PvP game. If you're a good player, that might be something you can do, but overall this thing is kick-ass against smaller ad enemies like I said. And look at the reload action on this gun as well. That is a really nice reloading action for an exotic. Now as always, let's take a look at the lore tab as well. A small one this time around to some of the other exotics in this expansion. This one reads, "We used to play for keeps. Used to be that was the only way. Back in those days, trust came slow or not at all. The only thing you could truly rely on was the iron at your side. Fate of the world, immortal gods. Don't know much about that, but when everything's on the line, it's quality that counts. Tex Mechana, we play by the old rules, the best rules. We play for keeps." Now this weapon also has an ornament as well, which is available from Eververse, and I was actually lucky enough to get it from Eververse, and that is the Devil's Work. And this is a pretty cool looking ornament. It changes it from that sort of gold look to this red and blue. You might prefer that. Personally, I think I prefer the original than the ornament, but this ornament is still pretty cool, and I'll probably just leave it on the weapon as it is. So there you go, that is the Huckleberry, the brand new exotic submachine gun in Destiny 2 Warmind. I think this is a really good exotic. This actually feels like an exotic weapon compared to some of the other exotic weapons we've had in the past. Yes, Bungie has now increased some of the exotic perks on them with this update, making them a lot more exotic. This one feels exotic right out of the gate. So let me know, do you want this weapon? Do you think it looks really cool? Do you already have it and are you a fan of it? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to give a like button a big old hug, subscribe for more gaming content and coverage, boop that bell to be notified when my future videos go live. Hopefully you guys have an awesome day, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.